The discussion topic for this week was public speaking and what do we fear about it. And for me, I am afraid of public speaking. I really am not a fan of it. Um, for me, it just makes me nervous and I overthink it before going into it. And I think that's like my biggest issue with it. Um, I believe that this fear is something that people have is because it's not something we do frequently and it's like an unknown topic. Um, and I think that's what makes it so scary is that people might not know what they're getting into and they don't understand the people that they're talking to and they don't understand their audience basically. I think this fear comes from people talking up in their head and overthinking it. There is a stigma behind talking to people, and I think without that stigma, people would actually really enjoy public speaking. From my personal experience on public speaking is that um, I know that beforehand, like I said, I work myself up, and then when I actually do it, I enjoy it, and afterwards, I feel confident about it, and I think everything went well, and I realized that I'm not going to get judged for what I'm doing, and that nobody actually really cares in that sense. And I think what the issue is that by the time my next presentation comes around, it's already so far gone that I forget the feeling of how I felt confident afterwards, and I lose all that progress. I think that the way to fix this problem is implementing more speeches into public education. I think that if I had more classes in like middle school and high school preparing me into going into college, I wouldn't be so afraid of it and I'd really enjoy it. I think having it be an option to do it is something that shouldn't be able to had. And I know this is kind of an example of being able to work around it, but I believe that there's some situations where there needs to be an example where you're able to do something online compared to in person for public speaking because some people don't have access to be able to go in person and do it. I think that most people are afraid of being judged, and I think that the criticism that they have from presenting is something that people overthink and that hurts them more than helps them. I think confidence, though, is something that's crucial to public speaking, and I think that when somebody knows what they're talking about and they're confident about it, they're less likely to be afraid and they'll feel more refreshed and excited to going into what they're talking about. Because any questions they might have, it's going to be something they're able to answer because they're prepared and they know what is going to happen if somebody asks a question. I think that this is a topic that is really interesting to talk about, and I think that public speaking is something that is definitely a skill to be learned, and with that skill, you're able to do a lot more with yourself and be able to um, help those around you. So, yeah.